here you are. You're her male best friend. You guys dated.
He thinks we're exes. We're not really even exes, right?
I mean, if she said she wanted to date again, I mean, I definitely wouldn't say no.
So there is an attraction. You guys did like each other at some point.
So regarding the kids, they're not here. Why aren't they here?
I want to be, like, brutally honest, Anthony. The truth is that there were rough patches in our relationship, and there was a lot of a struggle. I wanted to make sure that this is what I want for my kids, for my children. And now is when I'm like, yes, I feel like this is a safe environment to bring my kids.
So, Gino, were both the kids listed on the fiancé petition?
I did not have the children on the K-1 petition. I'm not an expert, of course, but the idea, I thought, was to bring Jasmine over and then have her children follow. But when I file her adjustment of status soon, can I put both her children on adjustment of status and file it with her children on there?
Google didn't tell you what to do?
No, I couldn't, no.
Adjustment of status allows you to adjust a status. You have to have one before you can adjust it.
Okay.
So since they're not here, they can't adjust it. She has a status, the K-1 status, that allows her to adjust or change it to a green card status. So what you should have done in this case, even if you didn't want to bring the kids over right away, you want to include everyone on that petition, get that approved, and then later when they're ready, you just contact the National Visa Center and say, hey, we're ready to go. But because they're not listed, it's going to be impossible to, bring them over. We see this problem all too often, and, I think Gino hears it, but isn't really sinking in. I'm hoping that Jasmine can help them to make a wise decision to retain her services in order to get the guidance and proper help that they need. We don't want another screw up or mess up the process again. We're going to need to looking at the immigrant petition and then getting the immigrant visas to bring them over. We charge about $5,000. That includes your filing fees.
Mm-hmm.
That's to represent you for the next 12 to 14 months. It's going to take a little bit longer, though.
How long is long?
Hopefully it goes sooner, but it could be 1.5 to 2 years.
Wow. If I would have had both on the petition, we would have been good
Absolutely.
To go.
We could have them sitting here in 6 months.
How am I going to tell you that it might take even 2 years to come here? This is a nightmare. I know that this was gonna take time, but never, ever 2 years. Like, if I had known that, trust me, I wouldn't be here. I feel at this moment that I make a huge mistake. I should have never come here without my kids.
I feel like I owe you an apology, and...
Why?
And the other night, Liz blew up at me in front of you, and then it just snowballed. I was just looking at you going, I wanted to tell you this is how she is. The fact that she blew up in front of you guys, it just really hurt my feelings.
I just thought she was gonna stop and it wouldn't go on. I was really just hoping and praying she would stop.
The other day, Liz was just coming unglued in front of my sister, my nephew, and her daughter because I made Riley's taco pasta too spicy. Yes, I made a mistake, but that's not the issue. The problems that Liz is escalating such a dumb fight to the point where I don't want to be around this anymore. She doesn't respect me.
She has to respect you. If that's missing, that's a crucial piece.
Yeah. Liz getting this upset and yelling at me, I was embarrassed. I had built Liz up to be the love of my life, to all my family. This is a person that I should be able to turn to for love and support and to protect me when I make a mistake. Instead, she embarrassed me in front of my whole family. And so this fight made me realize we're lying to ourselves. Things will never get better, and we'll go back to the same fighting and arguments, and I cannot live like that for the rest of my life.
Have you called the wedding venue to call it off, or the caterer, or anyone?
So I talked to the owner, Greg, and he's being so nice. He's like, absolutely, yeah. So I got my deposit back.
Glad.
Thank God. I just began calling my friends.
So that's got to be making it feel real, huh?
We just have to admit to each other, let's just move on. And hopefully God will give me another chance.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, beautiful girl.
Hola.
How are you?
Good.
Jonathan, necesitamos hablar. Manuel está haciendo un poquito con sus secretos, tú sabes. Y quiere preguntar cosas para ver que tú conocer.
No problem.
So, Ashley gave Manuel $1,000. Then Manuel had the nerve to ask for $300 more on top of the $1,000. Do you know where the money is going, or what he's using the money for, or if there's problems?
I think he's helping his family, right?
Well, in what manner? Es el dinero que somos enviando a Ecuador es irando directamente a los hijos.
No sé, Aileen le está enviando quizás a la exnovia, quizás.
Wait, Manuel es en contacto directamente con su exnovio?
Me imagino, pues, obviamente por los hijos, porque la vez que vino para Nueva York y salimos, pues él fue a enviar dinero.
What do you say?
Jonathan is saying that he's having conversation with the baby mom, but the thing about it is Manuel has presented to me like he doesn't even talk to her.
He told you that he wasn't having conversations with his baby mom at all?
That has been the way he's been presenting it to me. Like, he doesn't speak to her, period. So
he's been lying to you. Ashley.
Hell to the nah, nah. I don't know what is curled up Manuel's ass and in what world he lives in where he thinks he can just do this behind my back. Like, I'm done with this, and he's gonna have to deal with the consequences because I'm sick of him making me look like a fool. I gotta go home, like right now.
Appetit.
Bon appetit. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
No, I'm so happy that the kids and I and my parents are here to come finally meet you guys.
Que c'est Dieu qui a fait que vous venez ici. S'il fallait faire ce mariage traditionnel, bah moi maintenant là, arriver aux États-Unis, ça devrait être difficile. Dieu a prié que vous arrivez ici, que je fasse ça.
He said, like, he's prayed that he never knew you guys were going to be here, but God has made it possible. So he thinks that this is the best moment to do a traditional marriage. He wants us to honor tradition.
We're going to get married again.
Tous mes enfants se marient traditionnellement d'abord.
That is a blessing that comes from the ancestors.
C'est pareil, rien que la mort.
So the only thing that can separate you guys can be death.
How long does it take to plan a tradition? We're not here for a very long time.
Like, do I need to plan, like, do I do anything or no?
So we still have to sit and fix a date.
So when?
I know we don't have enough time, but we'll try as much as we can just to make sure the event takes place.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we didn't get married in a traditional way in Cameroon, my dad doesn't fully, look at you as my wife.
It is just so wild. We've been together for so long. We have kids. Like, obviously, we're married. I feel like this is such a surprise.
I didn't know my dad was gonna, come up with this, but him explaining to me it's because you want good fortune, you want to get blessings from your ancestors. We really need to make him happy.
I mean, that's exciting. I didn't know we were coming here for a wedding.
Why wouldn't you tell me y'all dated?
We was 15. For about a month, we tried, and we was like, I never said I love you. We never loved each other. There was never strong feelings. It was like a young relationship. We tried because we had a good time together, but it was like, there was nothing there.
If Sophie had told me from the beginning that her and Callum dated briefly when they were 13, 14 years old and, nothing happened and they just been best friends ever since, I probably would have had a different reaction. Her just not telling me the truth. And that makes me feel like she's hiding something or Callum is more than who she's trying to convince me that he is to her. You just brought your ex over here from another country and then lied to me about it. That's not fair.
To me, it was like an irrelevant. We've been friends how long? 10, 11, 12?
It's
I don't
not
know.
irrelevant.
More than a decade.
It's not irrelevant. I'm not allowed to have any feelings? I'm
You
just supposed to
are.
accept
You
everything?
are allowed to have feelings completely.
Clearly not.
I'm sorry. I
It's
should've
already
told-
up. You got me meeting a guy best friend.
Honestly, it was such
But now
like,
it's
it
your
was for
ex?
like one. No, I promise you that. When I count my exes, he's not included.
I really want to know what's being said now.
Me too. I'm sorry. Yes, when I was 15, I did date the guy for like a month, if that. And I'm sorry.
Again, you should have told me that before I even met
Okay,
him.
I'm sorry. What can I do?
You can keep it real with me.
I'm keeping it real with
I
you
married
right
you.
now.
Oh,
He's
I saw
mad.
that. I saw that. Yeah, he's
super.
mad.
I can just tell when he's mad.
I'm sorry for not telling you. Okay, we've had issues. We haven't been exactly like this, so I tell you everything. All right, I'm sorry.
Go, Callum.
I'm trying. I am
You're
trying.
not trying.
I'm not trying?
You shut down and walked away.
I just need to work some out with her.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was getting a bit heated. I just want to make sure everything's good.
He thinks we're exes. We're not really even exes, right? It's
Yeah, I
barely
mean-
anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go as far as exes. Like, we were kids, like we messed around as kids.
Well, the lack of communication is a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Because my ex ended up with her male best friend. So she knows that I already have a thing about that.
Yeah.
And then here you are. You're her male best friend. Didn't know you guys dated. So there is an attraction. You guys did like each other at some point. Call it what you want.
If you knew what it was like, and I'm sure you've got it with friends where you kissed a couple of times when you were kids.
All right, well,
But, like,
I appreciate
I
your
do get
input.
why, yeah.
I appreciate your input. I'm gonna finish talking to her.
I just want to make sure everything was good out here.
I'm sorry. I didn't think about it from your side. I'm sorry. I feel like this isn't the same situation that Rob had with his ex. His ex cheated with her best friend at the time, and me and Callum never even slept together. It's someone I briefly dated way before I even ever knew Rob, but I realize now this is triggering for him. I feel bad that I didn't prepare him for the situation, and maybe I did mess up, but right now I don't know what else I can even do besides keep apologizing to him. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're just sorry that it all came out like this. You just was hoping to slide by and get this one over on me.
I wasn't trying to get anything over on you.
Yeah, I don't reckon Rob and I are ever going to be friends.
No.
I can't stand watching them argue. I think Sophie needs to be someone that's a bit more confident in herself. Yeah. But, I mean, if she said she wanted to date again, I I mean, I definitely wouldn't say no.
Y'all have fun. I'm going home.
No. Well, I don't know. What can I do?
Nothing. You've already done it.
So, what was going on? Is he mad?
Very mad. Obviously, I did not mean to hurt Rob, and it does hurt me to see Rob upset, and I feel like we keep trying to take a step forward and then just end up taking steps backwards. I don't really know what the solution is.
Where did it go?
He's gone.